Do you need to have permission if you're going to surrogate tap for somebody? Well, I will leave that to you, but I'll give you my view, okay? It's always nice to have permission because it's a nice, polite thing to do. I personally don't bother with it, but I'm going to tell you why I don't bother with it. You can yourself decide whether or not you want to ask permission or need to ask permission. One of the things I recognized over time is if you're going to do EFT for somebody surrogately, you are doing something which is loving in nature. You're trying to help them. Now we can argue, well, yeah, but maybe you're interfering with something they don't want, blah, 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 all that, and that's the argument on the other side of it. But the point is, you are trying to do something of a positive nature for them. Think about it for a minute. As your thoughts progress during the day, do you not have less than positive thoughts, let us say negative thoughts, angry thoughts about this person, that person, somebody else, oh, get off this planet, that kind of thing? Do you not do that? And do you not do that with some frequency if you really stop and think about the negative stuff you may send in other people's directions? And my question to you is, do you ask permission for it? Well, you laugh, but it's an interesting concept. Why is it you don't need permission to send them the nastiest thing on the planet, and yet to try to do something of a gentle, healing, loving nature, you somehow have to ask permission? Okay? Now, the other thing about that is this was years ago. People were on an email list at the time was a lot smaller than it is now. A few thousand people was all. But this question came up. So what I said was, okay, here's all these professionals out there. Would you please send to me a list of all the surrogate tapping you've done that has ended up in negative results? Okay, send me that list because I want to see them. I want to know who. I want to call the people myself. I want to find out what really happened. Okay, because I want to know if we're going to do surrogate tapping for somebody, if we're really doing somebody some damage. So I got, out of thousands of people, I think 6 responses, and 4 of those were just, they didn't have any list, okay? They just had a comment or two about the whole asking permission thing, okay? But there was no list. 2 talked about a negative experience. And the two negative experiences, there was 1 negative experience on each list, okay? And the person who had the negative experience was the person doing the surrogate tapping. What they did was they tuned into some issue themselves, got all worked up about it, and that was a negative thing. Now, that doesn't mean there is not some possibility, someplace, somewhere, if you try to, quote, interfere with someone else by doing this loving intention thing, that you're not going to do some damage. I don't know about it. If you want to ask permission, go ahead, but I don't bother. When I'm on an airplane and I hear a crying baby, chances are, there's something, there's pressure in the ears or something like that, whatever it is. I don't go up to the mother and say, is it okay with you if I tap for myself on your child's meridian system? I'll just sit there and mentally do it, and most of the time, they calm down. Okay? So I don't bother. You bother if you wish. It may be the right thing to do to ask permission, but I don't see it at this point.